Oh, it's going?
Yeah.
Dude, no warning on that. Man, camera guy on that was terrible. Okay, so this is the one you've all been waiting for, honestly. We have had emails, texts, I mean, you name it coming through asking about this guy.
Yep.
So how long did you end up going?
Well, I ended up going, let's see here, 11 for, I think 12 days.
No, it was. I thought it was 11 or something like that.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
I don't know.
Anyway, it was a half day, so yeah, we don't know.
So, yeah, so 11 days full on, and it got, so the first 4 days is hardest, first 4 days. 5 days, you actually start having energy, but you can't really do much because you'll run out of energy pretty quickly, and you kind of just like walking up a flight of stairs, kind of like, gotta get a break, and then all that stuff. But I think 11 days was pretty safe to go. 10 days. I wanted to do 20 days, but they're leaving, and it's a good deal because breaking your fast is really important. So you eat healthy off of that, and so it's really important to do. So I wanted them to be here while I was breaking my fast because they're leaving.
I believe he could have went 20 days, no problem. And I thought it was a wise decision. It was his choice. I gave him the choice. If you want to move on, go on. If not, but we are leaving in a week, so I'm just glad you made that choice.
Yeah,
honestly.
it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy. After those 4 days, like you get scared, kind of like, but you still like kind of crave food because everybody's eating like cheese around you, like.
It's just like a lot.
But like cheese. But anyway, like it's you don't get like aches or anything. Like you'll be just fine, and then you start kind of feeling good. And then when you come off the fast, you feel healthy and have energy.
Daniel was actually here, through most of those days. He was running the camera. Daniel, what were some of the changes you noticed? Because I noticed, his brain turned on. He had lasting energy. Complete energy. What did you notice?
He wasn't stimming.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's a big deal.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he does these little things to get his brain working, and that disappeared.
As soon as he had food, stimming started.
What else did you notice? Yeah, probably true.
Yeah, well, we gotta get that adjustment on the eyes.
The hip brain will continue to heal. What else did you notice?
He was happier.
Mm-hmm.
Consistent. Very consistent.
Yeah, and consistent. He didn't have the emotional up and
downs.
Yeah,
not manic at all.
No manic. Yeah, a lot of that leveled off, and the thing on his head is gone completely. All this disappeared.
Well, it's actually kind of still red, frankly.
Yeah, but it's not shipping away, so that's good. Yeah, I can't see it. But yeah, that's all good. So that's all good, and lost 17 pounds in the process.
Yep, my highest ketone rating was 6.5. 6.5 highest ketone rating, and then the lowest blood sugar is 40.
Yeah. So you can see, but when his ketones went up, he had lasting energy.
Yeah, the ketones went up, and then it was easy. Like in the beginning, my blood sugar was low, and my ketones weren't, so I wasn't burning fat for energy.
Yeah, exactly. He had high ketones in the beginning. Within 2 days, he had high ketones. But the problem was he didn't feel good. He wasn't using them. And we talked about that on one of the past videos. And remember, this is a series. So go back, if you're watching this one for the first time, watch part 1, 2, 3, 4. And anyways, he became fat adapted, ketone adapted. The cells started using the ketone. His brain started using the ketones. So even though they were present, if we'd have measured his urine, we'd have found them in the urine and not coming out of his breath.
And I could think even better. Thinking's not a problem, and my tongue started getting hairy white and then kind of a little yellow in the morning, and then but you do get in the first half you're not that dehydrated. In the second half you actually get really thirsty really quickly.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to give you some clues on how to. Many of you were inspired by, literally dozens were inspired to fast. There's so many people fasting now because of Simon. And if he can do it, I can do it, and you're right. And, but again, some of you with health challenges, you need supervision, so no doubt about it. Simon, was obviously, healthy enough. He had no problem in the fast at all. But how do you know and break the fast? Because I had some people on like day 23. Someone started earlier than you, and I said, I think it's time to break the fast, right? Well, how do you know? If hunger returns, and there's a difference with appetite that Simon talked about and real hunger, very, very different. If the energy starts to get depleted, because remember, as the ketones come up, you have plenty of energy. If the energy for more than a day, you could have a bad day because you had one, because you exhaust yourself. You do too much on a fast. You need to rest. The more you rest, the more healing occurs. And what happened was Simon's glucose went up to maybe 60, right?
Yeah, and then it all went up, and then it kind of crashed.
Ketones came down a little bit, and then you didn't feel well the next day.
No.
Yeah. So don't do that, right? Everyone learns the lesson. So, but if you're doing the right thing, resting.
Yeah, don't let your brother get mad at you.
Yeah, right. Cortisol up, glucose up, ketones
don't let your
down.
brother get mad.
Yeah.
Don't
Stress
get your brother
up,
mad.
cortisol up, cortisol, stress up, glucose down.
If your mom...
Glucose up, ketones down.
If your mom was yelling at you, you'd be like, hey mom, I'm on a fast, can't get my glucose.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, you don't want that.
Says Kelly's on.
Kelly's on day what?
Thanks,
Someone
Simon.
else
I'm
to
on
be
day
inspired.
7. Kathy, I'm on day 5.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, anybody
That's awesome.
else? Who else is fasting out there? That's so awesome.
Well, yeah, we'll hear from you all. Let's hear how you're feeling, so please type in. But in the meantime, let me continue how to know to break the fast. So, here's a one that people don't think about. The tongue turns hairy white, green, yellow. The more toxic you are, the more amazing colors, even black, you'll see.
Black?
Yes,
Day
black.
4.
No.
Yeah, black. Who's day 4?
Terry.
Terry.
You've seen black?
Luke
I have.
Winters, I'm still eating. Of course
Yeah,
you are.
of course, Charlotte.
Until you
Not
come
in a
here
bad
for the
way, 'cause
summer,
you're
we're going to make
skiing.
you fast.
You're
with
skiing.
us.
You should be eating, Luke. You should be eating. So anyways, when the tongue turns back to pink, it's time to quit the fast, no matter what. I don't care what you feel like. Hey, I've got plenty of energy. That's a sign. Go back. Done. Stop. So the tongue color. Can you stop a fast when the tongue is still yellow? You can, but we like to move you into what we call a partial fast. That is between 500 and 1,000 calories. 2 meals of the day later in the afternoon, so you're still intermittent fasting daily. Higher fat raw meals, a couple avocados, some oils, coconut oils. Those are the foods of choice when we do a partial fast. Vegetables, anything like some steamed blended vegetables, all really good on a partial fast. We're going to talk about how he's breaking his fast in a minute. But those are we move you into a partial fast for maybe another week. Oftentimes then the tongue will continue to turn those god-awful colors, indicating your body went back into detox. So sometimes when someone's tongue turns pink, we can put them back into a partial fast like that and ride them another week, and we'll see more detox come out. The tongue will start to turn again. So that's always an option. We love doing partial fast on the back of fast. And some of you ask, can I just do a partial fast? Yes. Study just came out. They were doing 5-day partial fast 1 time a month, which with each one, different things occurred. These people in the study, they went back to the regular diet. Actually, it was a mouse study first. They went back to the regular diet, which was not necessarily a good diet, and they still got anti-inflammatory markers staying down, even though they put the weight back on, so you shouldn't go back to your regular diet. Point being is that the change, the adaptation, the partial fast still had a good outcome.
Ellen's on day 1 of 14. Terry wants to know why the metallic taste.
Yeah, you get all types of odd tastes in the mouth because toxins will move out.
Yeah, mine
of
started
those
actually
tissues.
getting slimy.
Yeah, and that's the biofilms that will occur. So, bad bacterias, all of that will start to come out.
Can I take a detox bath during fast?
Yeah, but you can't use hot water. It has to be very mild. The hot water will crush you, even mild showers. Remember I told you that?
Yeah.
Kelly said not hungry, just achy.
Yeah, achy, that's toxins. And again, one of our suggestions, Kel, was take an Epsom
And
salt
she did that and
bath.
felt better.
Yeah, and it does feel better, but just warm, not hot. So that's it. We want to remember for a water fast, no supplements. Many of you are doing partial fasts on broth. That's fine too. Again, watch the past videos. Every fast has different benefits. So even fat fasts we've done, where we do between 500 and 1,000, and we're doing mostly different fats, things like avocado oils, coconut oil. Partial fasts are great too. Okay. Any other questions?
Just
okay.
compliments to Simon. Kathy, how do you know when to stop? The tongue turns back to pink. Yes. Any other signs?
Yes.
Your hunger returns.
Yeah, hunger returns. Here's another one. Weight loss stops. Typically a half a pound to a pound a day. Simon was losing about 1.5 pounds on average. But when it drops to where you're not losing weight anymore, and that happens for a couple consecutive days. So if it goes over 1 day, then that's another sign to break the fast. But weakness, again, extreme weakness that goes beyond, you were doing all the right things, you weren't being overactive, it goes beyond 1 day, one bad day, that's a sign to break a fast. So yeah, great question.
Is it recommended to fast while healing leaky gut?
Well, fasting is part of healing leaky gut. Remember, I use different types of fasting, as I mentioned, partial fast, broth fast, which is technically a partial fast, whey water, which is a partial fast. I use these different types of fasting, intermittent fasting, daily, all in my ancient healing strategies in a multi-therapeutic approach for fixing the gut. It's the key to fixing the gut, I believe, and have seen clinically. All right, so Simon, we broke the fast. You ate the first day back, you ate just broth. You made this broth, right? He made the broth. To me, it was a little spicy.
I loved it. It was spicy, but wow, there was some hefty collagen floating in that.
It was really healthy.
Yep.
Yeah, I was eating it today.
The oil on the top was a little thick, but you actually dumped it off and you gave it to your dad.
That was actually I didn't give it to Dad.
I drank it all.
Oh,
I didn't give it.
I tried.
I drank what you gave me. Whatever you gave me, I drank. But anyway, so broth for the first day. Now today, you had a little piece of cheese, small piece of cheese. You could go heavy on that. Still no meats. We made a spinach. You blended spinach with some berries, which you loved, right?
Yeah.
Which you would have never ate that before. You loved it. You were like, oh my gosh, I can't believe how good this is.
Yeah.
You want to run and get it? Show them?
Yeah, I got it. It's in the refrigerator.
No, you grab mine. You made me one.
Okay.
No, that's just,
Terry
it
said,
looks
thanks
green,
for all
no
the
big
info.
deal.
I've not felt this good in years. Jason, probiotics and apple cider vinegar are good while fasting. Is that?
If a water fast, no bacteria, nothing. Because in a water fast or a broth fast, you're actually starving down all bacteria. And that's part of the brilliance.
Okay.
Because then, after a fast, we want to re-inoculate. So we're going to start him on some ferments. He's going to start on some grass-fed yogurts. We're going to start him on some of these bacteria. So right now, the vegetables he's eating, blended vegetables, are great to break fast on. He puts some berries in it. All that fiber is feeding his good bacteria again. So we starve down all bacteria and we refeed the good. And fiber is actually the best thing to start with. And then we will do some fermented foods like yogurt being one of them, vegetables. So those are going to feed the good bacteria. So those are good to break fast on. And what else did you have? That was really it. I mean, as far as... Yeah, I think that was really about it. I mean, just some... tonight we'll have some vegetables. So again, we're...
Oh yeah, tonight we're gonna have...
Yeah. And then the idea there is, here. So here it is.
You didn't drink that yet?
I'll start.
Just finished. Oh, should I read this?
Go ahead.
Just finished my first block fast of 5 days. Definitely hadn't finished detoxing because I was very achy. What is the ideal blood sugar levels on? It says IF, so I believe intermittent fasting at 1.5 to 2 hours after eating.
Simon was saying something, I missed part of it. So 1.5 to 2 hours after eating, what should proper blood sugar levels be? Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, after 2 hours, the blood sugar should start coming down. Typically, you don't want to ever see blood sugars after any meal over 140. That's considered pre-diabetes, and as you work over that number. I think 120s are normal. And how fast it comes down is, like you said, you want to see that arc hit about an hour and then start down the decline. But no matter what you eat, blood sugar will rise after you eat, so that's a normal finding. Okay, well, there was another question in that. There was.
She finished a block fast of 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
Hadn't finished detox, and she was just making a statement she was still achy.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, a partial fast would have been great. Move into that 500,000 calorie range, raw foods, but fat orientated. Vegetables, obviously, avocados, oils. That's a really amazing way. You can do that a week after any fast. I think it's the best way to break the fast. More importantly, it continues the natural detox and cleanse that's occurring and the healing, and that's been proven. Albert Meiser, I think, is the French trained doctor by Shelton, who actually showed that partial fasting, breaking a fast with a partial fast, is amazingly powerful.
Okay.
Awesome.
Those are the
Yeah,
questions.
so just, key is absolutely break it slow and listen to your body during a fast. Listen to your body. I think I got it all. I don't know. I think so.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we're going to keep following Simon. He's going into keto. He is in.
Yeah, he's going into keto. He is in ketosis right after the fast. He's going into ketosis and everything. Right now, I wanted him to test his ketones today. I know they're going to be low, of course, when you start eating, but that's normal. But he forgot to do it.
Someone on day 1 of 21, thanks Simon, you motivated me. Question, is drinking tea okay during the water fast? On top of water, I had a couple cups of peppermint tea today. Is that okay?
No, you want
Put your cravings back.
Yeah, exactly. And you just want to do water, just straight up distilled or reverse osmosis water. That's it. And let your body do what its innate intelligence wants to do, and that's heal. So don't push it in any direction whatsoever. That stimulated a question for me about that. Oh, someone today said that they did a little bit of tea with MCT oil in it, and that initiated diarrhea. That will initiate diarrhea. So the MCT oil, although fine in a fat fast, a partial fast, in a water fast, all of a sudden having MCT oil definitely caused the, loosen the stools to the point of an accident. Let's just say that.
Whoops.
All right.
All right.
All right, bring your questions to like and share this, because there's a whole series here of education. You see how many people were inspired. You started a whole movement, man. No doubt about it. Lives are changing.
People.
Yep, I know.
Of all
This
people.
guy right here. I'm going to do a Cellular Healing TV with him. So stay tuned for that as well. But you're learning a lot. This is probably the last one on fasting, unless you guys demand another one. Maybe I'll talk more about it in a few weeks. But stay tuned tomorrow. Always exciting new information coming your way. Pompa Live.
Give him a big
All right.
smile sign. Aren't you glad you're done?
Yeah.